4 years later, Paramount Plus's $1.4 billion Tom Cruise action epic is aging like a fine wine. Cinema is more fast-paced than ever, and in an era of astonishing new releases every day, one movie stands out even 4 years after its release. Top Gun: Maverick is a sequel that came 36 years after the original movie, which was a huge bet for Paramount Pictures to make. But Maverick paid off not only in 2022, but continues to dominate streaming charts on Paramount Plus, even in 2026. The sequel picked up 3 decades after United States Navy Captain Pete "Maverick" Mitchell, Tom Cruise, graduated from Top Gun school. He is a highly decorated Navy pilot, but has curiously only stayed at the stagnant designation of captain after so many years. After a nearly career-ending program cancellation, Maverick is called back to Top Gun to train a batch of experienced pilots on a life-threatening mission to destroy a rogue uranium enrichment plant. What makes Top Gun: Maverick work 4 years after its release? It is no secret that viewers are currently feeling a kind of fatigue when it comes to action movies, and there are several factors causing this. With streaming especially, there has been an influx of action movies that have either been too spectacle-heavy with no story, or leaned far too much on slapstick comedy to be approachable. On the other hand, viewers had the almost as savory option of superhero films, mainly fueled by Marvel and DC Comics, that face the same issue: extreme use of CGI, overly convoluted stories, and a lack of cohesive storytelling turned audiences off until Top Gun: Maverick came along. Despite the passage of nearly 40 years, this franchise continuation doesn't feel like the movie is being milked, as the team, director Joseph Kosinski, writers Aaron Kruger, Eric Warren Singer, and Christopher McQuarrie, and story by Peter Craig and Justin Marks, develops a story that combines nostalgia and quality in the right measures. At a tight 131 minutes, Maverick doesn't wax poetic about the greatness of Top Gun or the expertise of Maverick as a pilot, choosing instead to show it through a mix of flashbacks and gorgeous aerial action. The nostalgia is very much present, with old pictures of the Top Gun crew and a few grainy flashbacks detailing how Goose died on Maverick's watch. Instead, the movie jumps right into a brand new story with new pilots who have a Herculean task ahead of them to train for a mission that involves dangerously low-flying, almost miraculous targets to shoot, and an upward descent that exerts so much G-force on the pilots that they face the danger of passing out. In addition to treacherous flying, they also have to deal with offensive attacks by the enemy under these harrowing conditions. For this, instead of relying solely on CGI, the film utilized real aircraft, with cameras capturing actors inside cockpits while experiencing real G-forces, creating an authentic, high-octane spectacle. Top Gun: Maverick tackles several plots together, and nothing feels unanswered as the movie concludes. Maverick methods are a bone of contention for Vice Admiral Bo Simpson, who was in charge of the mission. At the same time, Maverick has to deal with the deaths of several batchmates, including Iceman, while Goose's untimely death still haunts him. In the team of pilots is also Goose's son, Rooster, who holds Maverick responsible for his father's death. The fighter jets are, of course, the most exciting part of the movie, and the practical stunts performed by Cruise and the cast are absolutely riveting. There is no doubt that this thrilling action is what sets Top Gun: Maverick apart from others in the genre, combined with the fondness of the first film and a story that sometimes feels better than the one in Top Gun. Authentic action and emotion are hard to find in cinema today, but Top Gun: Maverick excels in both. Tom Cruise still has immense star power. With nearly $1.5 billion in global profits, it would be unfair to not give Tom Cruise credit for the success of the Hans Zimmer-scored movie. Top Gun has managed to attain both cult and box office success status, partly because of the iconic imagery of pilots, aviator sunglasses, and fighter jets, and partly because of the charisma that Tom Cruise exuded as Maverick. Pete Mitchell was always a character who was steeped in integrity, but had his own way of handling things, which drew the audience to him. Nearly 4 decades later, Cruise delivers a world-class performance on screen, bringing a fan-favorite character to life without feeling contrived. Maverick was no longer as young as he used to be and burdened with losses over the years. Cruise grounds his character in the life that Maverick lived off-screen, but the audience still feels close to the pilot even after so many years. Tom Cruise remains a global superstar and has a storied career behind him. In fact, he has a presence on the screen that few of his peers have managed to maintain, and an appeal that spans generations. What action films like The Running Man and even Cruise's own Mission Impossible sequels have not been able to achieve, Top Gun Maverick has done seemingly effortlessly. With larger-than-life action scenes, the movie also compelled audiences to return to theaters to watch it all on the biggest screen possible. There is a third Top Gun movie in production, but will it work? Predictably, the success of Top Gun Maverick has led to the development of a third Top Gun movie by Paramount. Hollywood is in the era of thoughtful, action-heavy, and intentional cinema with an emotional hook, with other movies like F1 achieving similar success, so it makes sense that Paramount would want to capitalize on it. After a few hiccups, the third installment has got the green light, and Miles Teller is set to return as Goose, and Glenn Powell will also reprise his role as Hangman. It's highly unlikely that a Top Gun movie would work with Cruise, and fans would be pleased to learn that the superstar will also return as Maverick in this third film. However, it is possible that this could be a last mission for the pilot in his story. While some reports have indicated a 2026 release, it is more likely that Top Gun 3 would be released in 2028, and Joseph Kosinski is likely to return to direct. The movie has a tall order ahead of it, because the success of Maverick is almost a deterrent at this point, as audience expectations will be extremely high. The third installment will have to equal, if not surpass, the narrative and visual prowess of Maverick to hook audiences once more.